story. Here we go with the 4th round. Real Deal's now got to figure out a way to do exactly what he did in the last round here at the start of this round.
Yeah, and his opponent has to say here, you seem to forget that sometimes, Joe. His opponent has to make sure that he doesn't do the same thing he did the last round.
Toney's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of 5th gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Nice counter by Toney. On the mark with the overhand right. Effective work, the 3-punch combination. Toney's is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. Toney able to land the counterpunch. Toney showing that he's got a lot of clubs in that golf bag. Good offensive skill set.
Yeah, and he's driving him right to that hole, or right to the head right there.
Nice counter by Toney. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy is throwing hard back at him.
This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Toney with a blocked punch there. Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. I don't like this at all, Teddy. I mean, it's one thing to stand toe-to-toe. It's another thing to never even move. You got to show some movement.
Maybe he's breaking down. Maybe he's already spit the bit. You know, if he falls down, everybody in the world's going to know that he let himself fall down. He gave up. But there's different ways, different phases of giving in. And this might be...
He's in a world of hurt right now, Teddy. Look at him right there. What is he going to do? How's he going to survive this?
Well, the only thing he can do now is kill some time, kill some clock, take the air out of the ball. He's got to grab.
He went from almost being knocked out to being right back in it. Oh! James lights out. Toney's nailed by a huge hook. Great show by these two. What an entertaining bout this has been. Neither man willing to give up an inch and giving everything they've got.
Joe, it's like that old song. Whatever you can do, I can do better. That's how they're challenging each other.
James Toney's able to avoid that punch. Real Deal is now doing what he should have probably been doing a little early on. I liked what we saw out of him in that last round. Now, we still have him losing this fight, but he's closed the gap.
Yeah, he's picking it up, you know, and that's exactly what he has to do is pick it up a little bit. You know, if he was in a car race, he was going about 40 miles an hour, everybody else going 50. Now he's got it up to 45, 48. A couple more miles per hour, you know, push that gas pedal a little more, Joe, and he might be there.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Toney's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. There it is! James lights out. Toney's on the canvas and hurt.
One, two, three, four.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Look at him put his punches together. James Toney's doing a really nice job here. I mean, putting his punches together. This is what you're supposed to look like as an offensive fighter.
Yes, it is, especially when you have a guy in front of you putting the earmuffs on. You know, you cover up the way that his opponent is. You're supposed to put them together. One or two are going to be blocked. But when you put them together like that, they're going to get through.
There he goes with the right hand again. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards. But you can just see the style of fight that this is, that he's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
James Toney's doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Real deal's got to feel great right now. He just scored a knockdown. Now he's got all this confidence that could carry him through.
Yeah, he has to watch. He doesn't get careless. Oh, he has plenty of confidence. If he walks in a little reckless now, that confidence could go right down the drain.
Shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. That punch just close. James Toney's going out there after just being knocked down in the last round. If you're standing opposite him, what's the mentality? What's the strategy here?
Well, you want to go after him, but you don't want to walk into a trap either. You want to kind of size him up a little bit. You want to see if he looks like he's okay, but at the same time, keep in your mind that he might be trying to con you. You know you hurt him, so put that pressure on, but do it smart.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Off the mark. Oh, and he is hurt after that series of punches.
You know, my old trainer.
Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.